It's react time. Alright. Yeah, they just didn't put it on YouTube, but okay.
I'm Eomm. Hi.
Alright, so this is going to be my reactions to the Eomm does not exist accusation that NetEase has put up. Now, if you know anything about me, if you've ever watched my streams or any of my videos, you all know how real Eomm is. Like how real it is. Yeah, it's 100% real, Ginger. It's 1000% real, bro. I can't wait to see the fucking coke that they're about to put in my fucking ears and to gloss over Twitter afterwards and see all these other content creators see, or say, see, I told you guys, it's not real. It's blah, 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 blah. Predictions, this is going to be semantics where they're going to say, oh, well, Eomm doesn't exist, but we do this in the matchmaker that perfectly describes Eomm, and then say it's not there. So we'll see.
And does not represent the full detail
Wait.
of formulas.
Shit, I forgot I was in fucking queue. Why did no one say anything? Oh my god, video ruined. Video ruined. Alright, let's see.
After every competitive match, your score is calculated based on two key components, base points and performance points, each weighted according to your current rank. The formula looks like this. This depends on match outcome, your current competitive score,
Can we turn the music down on this thing, by the way? Like,
average
Jesus
competitive
Christ.
score of the enemy team. First, the match result determines whether you gain or lose points. Win and you will gain points, lose and you will lose points. Second, the difference between your competitive score and the enemy team's average competitive score affects how many points you gain or lose.
Obviously.
If a player's competitive score is lower than that of the enemy team, the system recognizes that the player is challenging a stronger opponent. In this case, a victory will grant an extra bonus to the base points, while a defeat will result in fewer points deductions. The reverse applies when facing lower ranked teams.
Hey, Rob.
Examples: player's competitive score 3,500, enemy team's average 3,500, win plus 20 base points, lost minus 20 base points. Player's competitive score 3,500, enemy team's average 3,700, win plus 25 base points, lost minus 15 base points. Player's competitive score 3,500, enemy team's average 3,300, win.
Like, you can say this, and then I load up into a lobby, and then we instantly lose and select, like, before the game even starts, and I still get minus 25. Can we explain that? Like, I know you all know what I'm talking about, too. Like, this sounds good on paper, and, like, surely that makes sense. But, like, is there actually a way to track this? Because I swear to Christ, that happens so often. Or I'll, like, dominate a fucking lobby and just get plus 24 for no reason.
Plus 15 base points, lost minus 25 base points. This reflects your individual performance tailored to your hero's role. Performance points reflect how well you played during the match. Because heroes in Marvel Rivals have widely different powers and roles, we don't just tally up stats. Even if two players contribute equally to the outcome, their raw stats may look very different depending on which hero they played. Instead, to accurately evaluate your impact, we use several steps to calculate performance points. For each hero used in the match, we normalize match stats to a per 10-minute value and convert that into a single performance value. We compare that to the average performance value for that same hero at your rank, also per 10 minutes. That gives a hero-specific performance coefficient. The better you perform versus the average, the higher your coefficient. If you played multiple heroes, we time weight those to get your match coefficient. We then compare your performance coefficient to your team's average to determine your final performance points. Examples. A Diamond 1 player spends 4 minutes as Loki and 6 minutes as Invisible Woman in a 10-minute match. Let's break down the performance points calculation. First, the system converts their in-game stats to 10-minute averages, and then convert them into performance value, assuming Loki has a performance value of 1,200, and Invisible Woman has 1,000. Next, the system finds the average performance value for Diamond 1 players with those heroes, which we will assume Loki and Invisible Woman both are 1,000. We then calculate the performance coefficients. Loki's coefficient is 1.2, while Invisible Woman's is 1. This is then weighted by playtime. The overall coefficient works out to be 1.08. Finally, this player's coefficient is compared to the other 5 teammates. Let's say that they are 1, 1, 0.8, 0.8, and 1.15, resulting in an average of 0.97. This gives us the final adjusted performance coefficient of 1.11. Once both your base points and performance points are calculated, your final score is determined by weighting these two parts. The weights vary by rank. As you climb the ranks, the weighting of base points will gradually increase, while performance points weighting decreases. In lower ranks, performance points have a higher weight to help skilled players rise faster. Higher ranks shift weight towards base points for consistency. Example. A player wins a rank match, earning 20 base points and 30 performance points. If the player is in silver, with a base point weight of 0.4 and a performance point weight of...
Bro, who cares? Like, this has nothing to do with Eomm. No, it's not blackberry Dr. Pepper. It's a poppy fucking something. I forgot the flavor. It's like black cherry though. But like, who fucking cares about this shit, bro?
0.6. The final score gained is 26. If the player is in Celestial with a base point weight of 0.7 and a performance point weight of 0.3, the final score gained is 23. Our players hail from all corners of the globe, each with different time zones and connection speeds. Balancing fast matchmaking with fair matches has always been our challenge and focus for ongoing improvement. In Marvel Rivals, players are matched based on server node selection, team composition, competitive score. Once matchmaking starts, the system looks for opponents on your chosen server or servers. As wait time increases, the system gradually expands the search to higher and lower ranks, helping you get into a match promptly. The expansion is kept to prevent unbalanced games. Once we have 12 players within the acceptable rank range, the match is set. Teams are then arranged to minimize differences in average competitive scores. Team matchmaking is based on team size. For fairness, a 6-player team will only face another 6-player team. Fighting an exact match can take time when taking into account all the factors, like competitive scores, server selection.
Like Zeong, I'm gonna give them a chance. This video is almost halfway over though, and this entire time he has just stated the fucking obvious. Oh, the matchmaker gives you more points for winning a favored game, and you lose less points for losing a not favored game. Oh, you get more points for performing well, and we do it on a matchmaking statistic that's per 10 minutes, based on your rank. Like, okay. Like, the only one that isn't obvious is the based on your rank per 10 sets. Like, okay. But we could have said that in the first 2 minutes, but this is literally just explaining how the fucking matchmaker, like, match. Oh, wow. You Paris in 6v6 only? Wow. I didn't realize that playing thousands of games. Maybe, like, can we say something of value? Like, please?
Etc. Since launch, 5-player teams have been disabled to protect solos. For other team size, the system opens up to more combinations as well.
Protect solos from what, bro? Like, I get this whole, like, sentiment of, well, if you have 5 people in a pre-made and one solo queue player, that solo queue player could get bullied or whatever the fucking case might be. But that solo queue player could just mute the lobby, bro. I don't know. Maybe that's a hot, like, I don't know. I'm not too dead set on that. Maybe there's a factor I'm not considering. I'm not going to die on that hill, but I don't really see, like, the point. Like, I just, like, I don't know. It's like how in League, like, if you get a, it's like if someone, what was the problem? It was so stupid. Fuck, I can't remember. It was something about, like, if someone leaves or something, they didn't want to implement some system because they were scared of the player being pressured to leave the game or some shit like that. Maybe someone knows what I'm talking about, but it reminds me of that.
Wait time increases. Take a 4-player team, for example. The first system tries to match with another 4-player team, but if none are promptly found, it will eventually expand to mixed teams like 4-1-1 versus 3-2-1. Longer waits means broader competitive scores ranges, and reaching the upper limit of the range can result in a difference in scores between the two teams. From the matchmaking results, this would appear to be an unbalanced battle. However, tightening the rules would mean much longer waits and a bad experience. This is the core challenge. Balancing matchmaking quality and speed. Team queues make this speed versus quality trade-off more noticeable. At higher ranks, there are fewer players and they are spread across different servers, so this happens more often. So, after careful review, starting in Season 3.5, we've temporarily restricted teams of 4 or 6 players from matchmaking at higher ranks, where their balanced matches are harder to find. Moving forward, we will continue to explore new solutions to better meet the diverse needs of players.
They disabled 3, 4, 5, and 6 stacking. You can only duo, like, you can only solo duo at GM Plus, I believe. So, like, what do you mean we've restricted 4 or 6 players? You've restricted 3 stacking too, bro.
Teams of 4 or 6 players from matchmaking at higher ranks, where their balanced matches are harder to find. Moving forward, we will continue to explore new solutions to better meet the diverse needs of players. To help you better understand how the matchmaking system works, here's an example scenario. Suppose player A teams up with player B and player C to queue for competitive. In this scenario, player A is Diamond 1, player B is Diamond 3, player C is Platinum 1. The average rank of this 3-player team is around Diamond 3. They select only the Oregon server node for matchmaking. Since there aren't enough teams of the same size and rank in the queue on this node, the matchmaking system gradually expands the search range as time passes. After 5 minutes, the system finds 9 more players who meet the criteria. These 9 players include another 3-player team with an average rank of Platinum 1, a 2-player team with an average rank of Diamond 2, and 4 solo players, player D, Diamond 1, player E, Diamond 2, player F, Platinum 1, player G, Diamond 2. To ensure fairness, the system first places the 2 3-person teams on opposite sides. Then, the remaining team compositions are Side A, 3-player team plus 2-player team plus 1 solo player. Side B, 3-player team plus 3 solo players. Now, the exact team split is determined by the solo players to make both sides' average ranks as close as possible. The fairest division is Side A, 3-player team, Diamond 3 average, plus 2-player team, Diamond 2 average, plus player F, Platinum 1. Side B, 3-player team, Platinum 1 average, plus player D, Diamond 1, plus player E, diamond 2, plus player G, diamond 2. In this scenario, there are still notable rank gaps within each side. For example, set A's player F, diamond 1, and set B's player D, diamond 1, each have a 2 to 3 division differences from their teammates.
Like, bro, like, all of this can still exist with Eomm existing. And just so we're clear, defining Eomm is the matchmaker will artificially force you to win or lose the game before it even starts. Or it will massively rig your odds to win a game. Like, there was 2 or 3 days ago where I was queuing with Monster, and we legit had 3 4-minute games in a row of surrenders. Like, I don't care what anyone says, that doesn't happen in any other game I have ever played, ever, where the game is literally over in 4 minutes. 3 games in a row. All of this shit can still happen on top of Eomm. Like, it's not one or the other. Like, this might happen in a percentage of your games, but it is without a doubt in my fucking mind, if you just play the game, you will understand where we're coming from when we're saying it's fucking real. Like, just play it. Like, I don't know why this is a mystery to everyone and they're fucking coping sitting here saying that this shit isn't real. Just play the game. And you will find very quickly it is.
This means there can be internal team imbalances. Assume once the match begins, the role selections are as follows. Side A, the 3-player team picks a vanguard, player A, duelist, player B, and strategist, player C. The 2-player team chooses a vanguard and a duelist, player F. A duelist may sticks with his preferred role instead of filling the missing strategist slot. To balance the team, the duelist player B from the 3-player team fills as a strategist. Side B, the 3-player team picks a vanguard, duelist.
Hold on.
Sticks with his scenario. There are still notable rank gaps within each side. For example, set A's player F, diamond 1, and set B's player D, diamond 1, each have a 2 to 3 division differences from their teammates. This means there can be internal team imbalances. Assume once the match begins, the role selections are as follows. Side A, the 3-player team picks a vanguard, player A, duelist, player B, and strategist, player C. The 2-player team chooses a vanguard and a duelist, player F. A duelist may sticks with his preferred role instead of filling the missing strategist slot. To balance the team, the duelist player B from the 3-player team fills as a strategist. Side B,
but how do you
the
predict
3-player
that
team
in the
picks
matchmaker?
a vanguard, duelist, and strategist.
Exactly, Mike. That's what I was thinking. Like, did they just admit that the matchmaker doesn't take into consideration the main roles of the characters that each player plays? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do they know that player B will swap to a strategist and that player, whatever this is, player G or whatever, or F, I don't care, whatever, is going to stay on duelist and just one-trick it? Like, the matchmaker has to take into consideration your hero pool. It just has to. And when it does that and it wants you to fucking lose, it's going to throw you into a lobby against Hulk Namor when you're a Spider-Man player. It's going to throw you into a lobby when you're a fucking Hela player into Venom Cap Psylocke. So on and so forth, when it wants you to lose. Or it's just going to give you 5 DPS main, 5 tank lanes, like, etc, etc.
Player D picks an additional strategist, player E picks another vanguard, player G picks another duelist. We believe that this is a situation many players have encountered before. In this case, Side B has a strategic advantage, as all 6 players are playing their main roles. On Side A, a duelist main is forced to fill as a strategist. And the lowest ranked player is also playing duelist, which may weaken the team's synergy.
Oh! Oh! And what did he just say? And what do we have here? Oh! Did he just say that duelist is the most skilled role in the game? Wow! Who could have seen that coming? Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that the matchmaker understands that DPS players are the best players in the game? Wow. No fucking shit. Exactly. Just remember your place, support players. Just fucking remember your place.
Also playing duelist, which may... And the lowest a duelist main is forced to fill as a strategist. And the lowest ranked player is also playing duelist, which may weaken the team's synergy.
Which may weaken the team's synergy. Yeah. Yeah.
Recently, we have received a lot of feedback from the community, with many players believing that our matchmaking system employs EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking.
Finally.
This would imply manipulating the matchmaking queue to keep players' win rates around 50%, ensuring they remain engaged in the game. We want to be clear, Marvel Rivals does not use EOMM.
Yeah, and Bill Clinton didn't sleep with Monica Lewinsky. Hold on.
So,
Hold on. I gotta take a screenshot of Eomm. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, chat.
I did not.
This is
I
this is Zeong right now. This is Zeong right now.
want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never.
Yeah.
These allegations are false.
why do some matches feel uneven? Why do certain players encounter win or loss
Yeah, I know he did. That's what I'm saying. That's the comparison.
streaks? We would like to take this opportunity to provide some insights, hoping to clarify some of the confusion for everyone.
Hold on.
To provide some
We'll just do it after the video.
hoping to clarify some of the confusion for everyone. In a competitive two-sided game, the fewer players on each side, the more accurately the competitive score reflects individual skill. However, as team size increases, this accuracy drops, since even if both teams have identical average scores, other factors like teamwork and coordination can sway the outcome. Additionally, because we don't lock roles, players might end up playing a role they are less comfortable with, which means they may not perform at their rank's full potential, even if.
Okay, so what we know for certain out of this video is that he hasn't said it yet, but we can use some deduction here and infer that the matchmaker does take into account your main role. So you should never, ever flex. Ever. Because the matchmaker will put you into lobbies assuming that you will flex. Because it'll take people who don't flex, and it'll take people who do flex, and put them in the same lobby, and if you're a flexer, you will be off-rolled more often. Especially if you're a DPS player. You should just not flex, like, ever.
You are assigned your preferred role, playing a hero you are less skilled with can also affect your impact in the match. So, why don't we add role queue? First, we believe that allowing players the freedom to play as their favorite superheroes and team up with others to create diverse creative team combos encourages more varied strategies and gameplay. Second, adding role-based matchmaking would significantly increase queue times, while still failing to fully eliminate skill discrepancies between matches.
That I agree
Where
with
there
you.
are choices, there will be differences. Objectively, it's quite challenging to have an equal number of players across the three roles.
I wonder why. 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 I wonder fucking why. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see why it's so challenging, real quick. Let's see why it's so difficult, guys. Let's play a game of counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not counting Ultron, 7, 8 supports. 8 supports. Realistically, 7 supports. Because Jeff doesn't count either. And let's see how many DPS we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. With the leaks of 2 more DPS coming in Daredevil and Angela. Maybe Angela's a tank, I don't know. But Daredevil, 1000% will be a DPS. So we are still not getting another support for at least another 3 months. At least. I don't know where they got it in their heads that creating a discrepancy where you have 20 plus DPS and 7 fucking supports makes any sense in any universe. It doesn't make sense. Like, you guys sit here and say that we're going to learn from Overwatch, and Overwatch made the same exact mistake on the release of their game where they had way too many DPS. Like, Overwatch on release had Mercy and Lucio and Zenyatta as their 3 supports. And they had fucking Symmetra in the support category for whatever reason, but she didn't heal. They had 3 supports to like 15, 16 DPS. It made no sense. And now, if you look at that game, hold on. We look at Overwatch Heroes. They have made great strides to fix the issue. Like, I'm not going to count them again, but look how many, there's like 13 tanks, 11 DPS or something, or supports now that Wu Yang has just been added. And they've been substantially lowering the rate of DPS that have been added. Ever since Overwatch 2 released, it's 2025, they released in 2022, like 3 years, they've added Freya and Sojourn and Venture. They've added 3 DPS. Yeah, Freya, Sojourn, exactly, 3 DPS. And how many supports? Alari, Judo, Wu Yang, Lifeweaver. Yeah, 4 supports and how many tanks? They reworked Doom to a tank. Hazard, Junker Queen, Maga. So 4 tanks? I guess the ratio isn't that bad. But they reworked Orisa too, so maybe you could count her. And they also reworked Roadhog. Oh, and Ramatra, so 5 tanks. 5 tanks. Oh, Kiriko as well. Okay, so 4 supports. What is that? 4 supports? 5 tanks? Point is that they've been making a lot of strides to correct that error because they fucking realize how brain dead that is. And I cannot believe that Rivals didn't understand that they learned from that mistake either. So we don't know what the ratio of like the next like heroes that are coming, but like the fact that we've gotten since release 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking DPS. What have we gotten? 4 DPS, 2 tanks, and I guess 5 DPS because Ultron. And 1 new support? 1? We've gotten 1 new support. An Invisible Woman. Yeah, I wonder why it's so hard to get people to play other roles besides DPS. I wonder why it's so fucking challenging, bro.
Strike a balance between matchmaking speed and fairness. The competitive score ranges for each role would have to differ. Roles with fewer players would have lower competitive score thresholds, while roles with more players would require higher thresholds. This, in turn, will lead to greater variance in match quality. We are working to introduce more interesting vanguards and strategies in future updates to give.
Wow, it's almost like I told you guys that in the fucking alpha over a year ago in July of 2024 that you need to have more tanks and supports, and they all egoed all of our feedback and said, no, we know what we're doing. Now look at where we are. Fire.
Player more choices, but these changes will take time to develop. We thank you for your patience. Statistically, win and loss streaks are a matter of probability. For example,
shut the fuck up. No, no, no. Okay, okay. Let me first say, yes, it is a matter of probability. You will get wins and loss streaks, but I have never, guys, I'm 25. I have been playing video games, like ranked competitive video games, since 2012, maybe 2013. Like, I've played so many games with a ranked matchmaker. I have never, ever in my entire life experienced or been in a community of other people that have also experienced, so it's not just me, the losses like this game. I could go to League of Legends, Apex, Rainbow Six, Fortnite, Call of Duty, you name it, whatever it is, any game, I will never get 3 straight games of 4-minute surrenders. Ever. Fucking ever. Like, you cannot sit here and tell me it is a matter of RNG. I have seen so many screenshots of people win 3, lose 3, win 2, lose 2, win 2, lose 4, lose 6, win 8, win fucking 4. Like, just play the game and you will know what I'm talking about. Fucking take off your fucking blindfolders, see the truth, take the red pill, look at your match history, and think to yourself. Stop listening to this shit. Stop listening to other content creators saying that this shit isn't fucking real. Just play the game and think for yourself. Just think for yourself. It's not hard to figure out.
If two sides are truly 50-50, over 3 games, the chance of 3 consecutive wins or losses is 12.5%. Over 10 games, the chance of 3 or more wins or losses in a row rises to 50%. So, over enough games, everyone will eventually experience win or loss streaks.
That is true.
For those interested, you can use tools to calculate the probability of achieving a streak, whether it's 5 consecutive wins or 5 consecutive losses, under different win rate scenarios over 10 matches. Of course, the game isn't pure math. Several in-game factors can increase the likelihood and impact of streaks, making these experiences feel more pronounced. For example, team average scores are rarely perfectly balanced, so actually win rates may not be exactly 50%. When queuing consecutively, you may face some of the same players in back-to-back games, which can carry over the outcome chance from previous matches. This is even more common in team matchmaking, where the pool of available combinations is smaller, especially during off-peak hours or in less populated regions. Even if the probability of a streak occurring is just 1%, Marvel Rivals' large player base means many will experience that. We are constantly analyzing feedback and refining our systems. Your trust and input help us shape a better experience. Thank you for being part of the Marvel Rivals.
Okay. Well, that was a nothing burger, as we suspected.
Been entirely truthful with you. I did gagoogity that girl. I geschmoigitied her geflavority with my googus. And I am sorry.
Shout out Hydra. Should have genuinely said nothing, and you'd be better in the situation, to be fair, yeah. Like, can you explain why when I queue for the first time after taking a break, my team insta-locked Jeff and Ultron and never swapped? No, I can't, buddy. I can't. I'm sorry. Because the game wanted you to lose, so it threw you with DPS players and tank players who don't play support, so you just lose instantly. Alright, let's see what people are saying. Let's look up flats. It's actually insane they punish for swapping mid-game. Yeah, no, you're actually punished for swapping.
We don't believe you. I want to speak to you personally for half a second. There was no real scenario where you would have been happy, to be honest with you. Doesn't matter. It's not real. Like, you would have always been upset. Like, why? There's 3 scenarios. One, they're lying to you, right? They're lying to you, right, at this exact moment. Why are they lying to you? Oh, because they're trying to make money. Boom. That's actually really good logic. However, though, matchmaking is complex, okay? And I literally, I'm not joking, I mean this as nicely as I can say it. Everyone does go on wins and loss streaks. And granted, I actually think the matchmaking of this game is kind of dog shit. That's different, though, than the game artificially fucking you to try to get you to play more. That is not real.
Kappa, 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 Kappa. How is the matchmaking dog shit, but that isn't real? How am I getting 3 games in a row of instantly surrendering at 4 minutes? Has anybody in my chat, literally any of you, have you ever had 3 games in a row of surrender at 4 minutes? Anyone? Like, I want anyone. I'm pulling this up on stream too. Like, anyone in either of the chats. Has that ever happened to you? Or anyone you know? Like 3 surrenders in a row in 4 minutes. I'm not kidding. 4 minutes. Like, guys, this doesn't happen in no real games. It just doesn't happen. Like, why are we going to sit here and cope and pretend that this is fucking normal? That this system doesn't exist? Like, have any of you, okay, another question. Have any of you ever had that same scenario in any other game? I've had that happen in Valorant. You guys talk shit top lane. Okay. Yeah, that's never happened to me either, Mike. Literally ever. I played Overwatch since release too. Siege is just cheaters. Okay, like the cheating games are different. That's not the matchmaker's fault. Like if someone cheats and you lose instantly, that's like different. Okay, okay. Guys, let me remove the exception. No win trading, no cheating. It's just the matchmaker at work. If Jeff Rocket comes in and surrender. DVD. Very, very. Okay, the point is that that doesn't happen at all in other games, but it happens in this game. Like, let's stop coping.
Does the matchmaking sometimes get you streaks? That shouldn't happen, and sometimes feels like the games are unbalanced. Absolutely. But I'm not joking. I can't wait for this video to go out. There was a guy who went viral on Twitter this past week from Rivals, who basically was talking about he showed up some demon in his game. And I cooked him by accident too hard on the podcast, the SVB podcast. And so I offered him a free review in which I would spectate him. And we watched it on stream. And I'm just telling you right now, when that drops, you should go watch it. That I have not cooked someone this hard in like 3 years. It was absolutely embarrassing that the things this plat gold player who was previously diamond was doing. Like the fact that you could say that this guy was diamond at some point was insanity. And so what I'm saying to you is that I understand the matchmaking is not good. There's actually issues with it, but that's different than EOMM/artificially fing you to try to get you to play more often. And by believing really heavily into that, you deflect from the actual base and staying closer to the root of the problem, which is just like the matchmaking itself isn't good. It makes a harder time for us to have a conversation to improving it and asking for what you actually want, because there's no boogeyman in the closet that's coming in the games to try to get you to play more.
But I got you. I got you. I'll tell you what we actually want. Okay. Really simple. Really simple. Okay. Placement matches. Hard rank reset. Remove. Actually, no. No, that's fine. They did do that. Because they in like season 1.5, I think it was, they made it to where your rank was based on your role. Like the amount of elo that you got and lost was based on your role. So if you were a support player, because you weren't getting as many kills, you would get less elo, which that was a dog shit system. So I guess they threw that out without saying anything, and they added back in what like I had said that they should do, and do it based on hero, which is good. Hero per chain is like fine. But just do a hard reset. Stop. Okay, something else that's brain dead. The fucking like the little tickets that they give you at like piss low elo that say, hey, you can mitigate a loss. That is brain dead. That is fucking brain dead. Get that out of the game ASAP now. If you guys don't know, you can get these tickets if you're bronze, silver, or gold that literally prevent you from losing, and you can pay for them. Get that shit out of the game ASAP. That just makes it worse for everyone. I don't care about the anxiety that people get from fucking gold player. Like just it artificially raises the fucking ceiling because you just instantly infinitely climb. It's so brain dead, okay? Like whatever. Get that out. Get the chrono shields out. Add placement matches. What else do we need? You can't pay for them? They tried, but people got pissed? Thank fucking Christ. Jesus. Oh my god. Well, there you go. Thank God that you can't pay for them. But even so, they need to be removed from the game. And then placements. And then, what else do they need? I think with better balance, like, there is such a big, massive issue, guys, with the skill issue of supports. Like, in order to be at any rank, if you were a support main, you are significantly worse than everyone else at your average rank because of how broken and easy the role is to like put out value. They have to find a way to make supports actually have to be good at the game to climb. Like it is so obvious. So obvious. Like watching any high elo game, most of the time that you lose is because of your supports. They fuck up their ults, or they just pick Luna Snow and get infinite value because of how broken the character is. Like, all we need is we need to nerf supports, nerf Loki Luna, and add more supports. There has to be more heroes in the role. I would literally be so bored out of my mind if all I'm allowed to play every single day is Luna or Cloak. And if I don't play Luna or Cloak, I play fucking Sue or Loki. You get 2 heroes. Maybe occasionally you get to play Rocket. Maybe occasionally you get to play Adam. Maybe occasionally you get to play Jeff. Maybe in certain like situations. But give the players more options. Like I don't think that you should just nuke the role and forget about it. It's obviously a very important role to the fucking game. But it's such an obvious skill gap between support players and everyone else. Eomm literally just admitted that DPS players are by far the best players. I have countless clips on Twitter of fucking support players just running the game down and still being the same rank as me. Like they literally aren't even half the skill as I am, but they're in the same rank that I am because their role is so hyperinflated and broken. That has to be addressed. And you fix people, like it's so easy to fix, just add more supports, balance the role. That's it. Just add more supports, balance the role. Add more supports, balance the role. And you know what else also? Make more masculine supports, okay? This might be a hot take, but I swear to God, guys, if I'm just a normal dude, which is majority of the fucking player base, okay? If I'm just a dude, just a straight guy who comes home from a 9 to 5, like majority of the gaming population, okay? I want to play Blade, I want to play Hawkeye, I want to play Black Panther. If I'm just a normal masculine dude, I want to play all this cool fucking shit, right? I don't want to load up into the game, pick Luna Snow and dance around like I'm a 17-year-old Korean girl. Like, it's okay to have all these characters in the game. Like, women and effeminate men also play this game. I don't care about that. That's fine. That's 100% okay to have characters like Luna, to have characters like Jeff and Sue, and like these cutesy characters and Cloak. Like, these characters are necessary for the game to include a wider player base, but majority of the player base are just straight men. We just want to play cool shit with big guns. We want to play Blade. We want to play fucking, like, Torch, Iron Fist. You know, like, Thor is fucking sick. Doctor Strange, like, Venom. Like, all these characters are super cool. Just add more characters like this in support, and more people will pick support. Bucky, yeah, like, exactly. Yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on, guys. The list goes on and on about, like, what we could play, right? Like, of what, like, guys like to play. It's just, like, point is that there just needs to be more masculine-esque characters in the support role, and more people will pick it. Like, the reason why I never pick support is I'm just not going to dance around as Luna Snow. Like, that's just cringe. Why would I want to do that when I could play fucking Spider-Man? Or Bucky? Or Wolverine? It's not just about just killing people. Or being the star of the show or whatever, or getting the kill, like, you know, being the center of attention. It's deeper than that. Like, it's the aesthetic and design of the character. Let's get this fucking bread, bro. I hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe. All that shit. Live every day. Thanks for watching.